Si Anthony.
A pleasant and good evening to everyone. Get your minds ready for we are about to start a very interesting webinar. But before that, let us start this event with a prayer followed by the national anthem.
Our ever-loving Father, the core of every reason, the source of truth. You who made the earth and the heavens are the ultimate goal of every knowledge seekers, the infinite wisdom, the cause of all that is good. We are truly grateful for this opportunity to gather together as a community despite the challenges we face each day. Yet you remained and gave us strength to carry on the responsibilities of bearing intelligence and using them for better purposes. We now humbly ask you to join us in our endeavor to explore the wonders of life in the world for knowledge's sake, that in whatever we learn today, we become more grounded to you, who is truth, who is love. We pray that you bless our speakers, the fount of your infinite knowledge, that they can share something worthwhile despite the limited time we have. They can channel all they know and share to us the beauty and truth of living as your child. We pray that you guide our participants, the seekers of your boundless knowledge, that they may continue to persevere in the search and be deemed worthy to share what they learn from today's session. Sanctify us, O Lord, not because we are worthy of it, but because we believe in your love and mercy, that at the end of the day, we can take home something that's amazing and meaningful. This we ask and pray through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, ewas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manluluping, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong bangaw, ay hinagang tula, kawin sa paglayang minamahal, ang islang ng patawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iingin, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay di magdidinig. Luha ng araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya ng pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Once again, good evening, everyone. I am Tristan Nerveza, your MC/moderator for today, and together with the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Department of Computer Engineering, we welcome you all to an introduction to customer relationship management. Wow, it's great to see that we have a lot of participants for today's webinar. How are you all doing? I hope that you've all been well and healthy. Now let's buckle up and get ready as we will learn a ton for today's event. To start this event formally, here's a message from Engineer Julius S. Cancino, Program Chair for Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, Polytechnic University of the Philippines.
Okay, first of all, I would like to congratulate the fourth year Section 4 under the supervision of Dr. Arvin de la Cruz for the subject field trip, field study, and seminar. For the success of the first leg of the webinar series to be conducted and to be hosted by the graduating class. The field study is actually a subject that serves as an additional reinforcement to fulfill all the knowledge that a CP student should possess prior to their completion of their degree. This will serve as a technology update to all that you should be all aware about the different technologies being used in the industry right now. So without further ado, I welcome you all to this auspicious event. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you for that wonderful message, Engineer Cancino. And to proceed with our program, here are a few reminders and rules that we need to account for this webinar. Kindly ensure your microphone is on mute while the webinar is ongoing. After the presentation of our webinar speaker, the organizers will conduct an interactive short game for the attendees. Prizes will be given to the winners. Questions will be entertained after the game during the Q&A portion towards the end of the session. You can put your questions in our chat box, and we will entertain them during the Q&A portion. A certificate of participation will be given to the registered participants. Just fill out the evaluation form that will be given at the end of the event. The certificate will be sent to your provided email addresses a week after the event. Focus your attention to maximize learning, keep an open mind, and enjoy the webinar. We would also like to inform everyone that we are live via the PUPGS Research and Extension Facebook page and RV Network YouTube channel. You could also tweet or post about our event using these hashtags. Hashtag GSREO Goals, hashtag CPE Webinar Series 2022, hashtag Aral Diwa Program 2022, and hashtag SED 2022. So, to our attendees, are you ready to enjoy and learn for our topic for today? If yes, please type sa ating chat box, I am ready. Let's see. Okay, Angelo Neil Navarro is ready. Good evening, Michael Angelo. Hello? You are ready now, Clark Kelvin Balete? Okay. A lot of our participants are now ready. So, at this juncture, it is my honor to introduce our speaker for today's webinar. He is an alumni of the Polytechnic University of the Philippines. He is also a Cisco Certified Network Associate or CCNA, Salesforce Certified Administrator, and Salesforce Certified Platform App Builder. Without further ado, let us all welcome Engineer John Raywell Tenya.
Okay, good evening to all of you. I'll be sharing my screen before we start. Yep. Yep. I hope you guys could see my screen and I'm audible right now.
Yes, sir. Visible
Okay.
na po yung presentation and audible na po yung audio nyo.
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank the organizers for inviting me in this webinar to be as a resource speaker for the topic Introduction to CRM or Customer Relationship Management. So for today, my topic will be focusing on a CRM platform, Salesforce. I'm John Ray Tenya. Currently, I'm working as a Salesforce consultant for Simplus Philippines Incorporated, an Infosys company. So for our agenda for today, I'll be tackling about all about sales for CRM. So for the subtopics, we have what is relationship management, CRM. What does CRM do? What is Salesforce? What does Salesforce do? What is Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Community Cloud, and the sales process? Customer 360, Sales for career paths, certification paths, and will at the end of the topics, I'll be presenting a live demo of what automation tools that we use and a walkthrough to Salesforce org. So moving forward, what is customer relationship management or CRM? So CRM or customer relationship management system stores customer contact information. Previously, CRM is only known for or focuses on sales. But now, through the enhancement of technology, CRM has a brighter scope. It involves service, it involves IT, it involves marketing, and other industries as well. So CRM, for some would know, is integrated for some of our systems. One of those are that we know is SAP is also integrated with Oracle NetSuite as a part of their enterprise resource management system. So here are some of what is customer relationship management. So first is stores customer contact information. Once you log in on a CRM account or as a sales user or a customer, once you log in, you will be asking for details. If you are a customer, it involves your name, phone, your email address, business location, and your company. Then, next would be keeping track of customer activity. When you're using Salesforce or any other CRM, they would be tracking if you have a request, you have a purchase, of your if you have any activities like you raise a service request or if you have an issue from the product you purchase from them. Then, improve quality of technical support and customer service. Through Salesforce, we have the Service Cloud module wherein it acts as a technical support wherein you will be accommodated by professionals or experts that will solve your key problems or your problems for your ticket through Salesforce. Then moving forward, yeah, what does customer relationship management do? As from the previous slide, actively tracks and manages customer information. Since CRM or Salesforce right now is integrated in one, all of your departments are receiving all the information, tracking all the things that you do from the moment you raise a ticket or you have any request from them, you raise a support, you raise a bug from the support, or you have an existing request that is not being solved, it is easily tracked by Salesforce or the one or the sales rep that's handling or the supports that are doing your request. Then connect your entire team from any device. So Salesforce can be accessed through your phones, from your iPhone, from your Android, through your desktop, through your laptop. For phones, they use or download the app Salesforce A, wherein you will log in your credentials. It has a multi-factor authentication that would require to verify your credentials. Then intelligently captures customer emails. For this, when you email, there is a module for Salesforce that captures all your data once you email, capturing the name, the phone, the email address, and all the necessary details that you give to them. Then next would be simplifies repetitive tasks so you can concentrate on leads. So there are tasks that usually a Salesforce admin do or admins or sales reps ask us to do. For example, if you want to receive an email once an opportunity, an account, a contact is created, and you want an email to be received by you, if you are a sales rep, we can automate that through different automation tools like Process Builder, flow that will be demoed later. Then, so you can concentrate on leads. These are the prospects or the possible customers that you will have in the future. Then, deliver instant insights and recommendations. Since Salesforce is now and so other CRMs are intact or in partner with Tableau and other analytic tools, they provide insights, graphs, and dashboards that would give you a bigger picture if your sales are growing, if you have risks, or there are deals or opportunities that are on their way on your business. Then for recommendations part, Salesforce also once you inquire to them, for example, you are inquiring for certain services, they would recommend you what modules or what packages involves that in Salesforce. Then extends and customizes as your business grows. So Salesforce extends once your company grows from a small, medium, and large businesses, it is scalable. Once you grow from a different org, for example, you have a Salesforce org currently for a small business, you can expand it by purchasing uh, a bigger org that could has a capacity or storage capacity that could handle all of your requests or data. You can purchase new licenses based on the needs of your business as it grows. Then moving forward, then what is Salesforce? Um, right now, Salesforce is mentioned as the top one CRM used by most of the companies right now. One of those, some example of companies that uses Salesforce is Google. We have also Facebook. We have any big companies that you can name that are using Salesforce right now. Then what is Salesforce? Is a customer relationship management. So the primary focus of Salesforce is building relationship towards your customers and increasing sales for your company. Then software as a service or SaaS. As a service, for those who know, um, is a product you offer to a company. Since Salesforce is an IT company, it offers their services to other companies that would use their platform to the extent that you would not be managing that system. So Salesforce would be the one managing your data, interaction to the customers. Then you, even though you have your own support at the front of your company, most of the data is being managed by the Salesforce system. Then cloud platform. Salesforce is a cloud-based platform right now. It has different capacities depending upon the org purchases, from a developer org, an org, a developer pro org, a production org, a sandbox org, and other orgs as well, depending upon the usage of the company. Then used by small, medium, and large companies. Right now, Salesforce, um, before it caters only small and medium. Now companies are seeing that the benefit of Salesforce in terms of sales, increasing their sales, also increasing productivity and interaction to other people, increasing their revenue every year, and increasing the opportunity as well. Then what does Salesforce do? Attract more buyers using personalized marketing. Salesforce has a managed package or a module wherein they include the marketing side or your campaigning or advertisement, wherein they would be managing your advertisements, so you would have a potential opportunity and a customer that would avail your product. Then win more customers by getting to know their needs and concerns. So through this, through Salesforce, through your advertisements, your campaigns, it would generate the leads from earlier, wherein leads, as I mentioned, are your potential customer in the future. who wants to purchase your product. Then once they get on an idea of your products, they would be potentially be a account or a customer of yours. From a previous lead or potential customer, you're now your your profile or your account would be a customer that they would be supporting. Then deliver the amazing shopping experience your customer expect. So Salesforce right now, before you code, since Salesforce prioritize a low code and less code, so we utilize all the declarative automations that we have before we code the necessary requirements given by the client. So for now, there are drag and drop interfaces that you can customize that could help you. But most of the packages right now or the modules are already built in or OOTB or out of the box that you will just need to configure on your or activate on your org. Then respond faster to customer support issues on any channel. So Salesforce offers a service cloud wherein it has an omni-channel. An omni-channel is the one that allows you or they define who are the experts for a specific field of your specific field or issues that you are encountering. So they would leverage all the supports and would find all their key skills, then would distribute all the technical issues from this each of these users or your administrator, your support, your developer, depending upon the issue that they're encountering. Maybe the issue that they are encountering are on the sales side. So they would find through that service cloud, through that omni-channel, all those key skills that requires to solve that issue that of yours raised by the user. Then automate time consuming tasks by building custom apps. So you can build drag and drop apps towards Salesforce, wherein these apps might be you can create a form wherein you could ask user details. Then you can create apps for GPS. You want a locator on your Salesforce org and other automation or custom apps that you would need. Then for these following slides, I'll be discussing some modules that Salesforce has or the basic modules that Salesforce. For the first module that the Salesforce CRM has, or mainly bought by clients, is the Sales Cloud. So what is Sales Cloud? So Sales Cloud has an object and features. First, it improves the sales productivity, the process, and automation. So our sales increases due to the automations and processes enhanced by the administrator, by the developers. Since once, for example, as a sales rep, you can use your mobile phone. You can from them you can ask your administrator or developers on specific things that you want as a sales rep to see and present to your client. So it increases the productivity. It minimizes the time consumed for you to be able to grasp an opportunity to a possible customer that you would have. Then CRM keeps your customer calls, emails, and interaction in one place. So as I mentioned, Salesforce keeps all the data, stored them through cloud, all the details that the sales reps gather through your your customer or your client. So they keep all of it on your org, depending upon the capacity of the org that is purchased by the user or the clients as well. So it ranges from 500 gigabyte to 1000 gigabyte or more. Then Sales Cloud prioritizes routes and leads. So for the Sales Clouds, it always focuses on the leads or your possible customers in the future. They see if these possible customers of yours would be availing your product in the near future. Since you have already have their data, most of the sales rep would contact them, inquire for them if they would like now avail your services. So it keeps track of your routes on the leads. So it sees all the possibilities that you as a sales rep could grasp a new deal on an opportunity for your company. So this listed below the contracts, leads, opportunities, orders or products, price books, and codes. These are some of the objects that you would see in the later portion the- of the presentation. So going through that objects or features, leads and campaigns. So in every sales process, as a sales reps, it always starts with the campaign. When you have a company of yourselves, you always first start with an advertising. You advertise through Facebook, through through YouTube. Also, Salesforce has that campaign wherein you can advertise your products to the customer. Then, once you have that campaign, in that campaign, you can easily have some information that you gathered throughout that event that they gathered. So now that you have your information, you have done your campaign, then there are people that you gathered from there, have their information that would create the possible leads or your potential customers in the future. These leads, once they want to avail your services in the near future, would be turned into an accounts or a partner of yours in the near future if they decided to purchase your product. Then this leads, once you create an account and they would like to avail your services, it would create a deal or an opportunity within your company and the client or your customer. From this opportunity, we'll create a deal. You will have from that deal would contain different stages from analysis and design and until the deal is won, until the deal is finished, and they will start your project. Or in other cases, if you are an e-commerce, you have won the bidding of the client. Then, once your opportunities is generated or created, this would give you or you would need to present something from your clients. And that is the quotes. Quotes are the pricing that you present to your clients or customers. You will give a brief overview of what your company sells through the products and price books that, that you have in your company. So these products and price books are customizable and configurable depending upon the need of your company. So once you have this configured, the products, the price books, then you have the quotes to present towards your customer. It arrives now to the orders once they are satisfied to the quotes that you are giving from them. Then once the order is generated, then you can provide now your products and services towards them. Through the products and services, in an instant that you have a case or an issue towards your product, you can notice your customer cases, which would be done by the service team or your technical support. So in every cases, you can use a live chat, you can use email, you can use um, calling through phone to be able for you to be supported by a expert on the different cases that you are encountering. So basically, this is the content of the Sales Cloud. Then moving forward, yeah, these are the some personas or the people that uses the Sales Cloud. For sales leaders, they give Sales Clouds offer them analytics and data that can be presented to your management or executive through the reports provided by Salesforce. You can gather all the deals that you have won, all the possible leads that you could have, and all the deals that you could close, and the ranges of all the open deals and the closed ones, and all the all the reports of your revenue can be used by the sales leader based from the analytics that they are getting through Salesforce. Deal closer, they use uh, you use the codes, the analytics that you provide them for them to close the deal to your client. Then data expert are the ones who created your analytics and dashboards. They could see the trend of the sales or your products if they are increasing or decreasing. Then pipeline builder on how they would enhance your automation. Then trusted advisor towards the trends or the analytics that they gathered through Salesforce, through the Sales Cloud module. So here are some that they use: forecasting and reporting for your dashboard creation reports that you could present to your executive. Customizing Salesforce, they could customize Salesforce um, to a more and efficient and less time consuming depending upon the request of the users or customers as well. Log activities, you can log your calls, the emails, the notes, what are their needs of the customers. Then working through leads and opportunities, wherein this is the primary goal of the Sales Cloud to produce the leads and a possible opportunity. You can monitor the leads from there that you can do a call once every month to check on them and also check your opportunities if there are deals that are being closed or be extended. Then view your and create your reports. You can do a report for accounts, for leads, or you can do a combination of them depending upon the filters that you will be using. You can work from mobile devices. Usually, for those who are using mobile devices on Salesforce or those who are using tablets, they are the sales representatives, the one who are in charge to close the deal or build a relationship towards your client. Then working toward a quota, you can see on how many clients or sales that you have been closing or you're gathering as well. Then activity logging, you can use Salesforce for your attendance for those sales rep. You can see their time cards, their PTOs as well through the Sales Cloud. Then Service Cloud. What is Service Cloud? So here are some objects and features that a sales service class cloud has. First is a service contract. The service contract is the contract between you and your client on the span that they can support you. You can, if this expires, you would have to purchase or extend your deal before the service contract expires, or the warranties as well. It can either be a service or it can either be a product. Then entitlement, this is the agreement between you and your client on what is the scope of your job for them. Can either be your job for them is would be supporting your Salesforce CRM. For example, you have a company, you have company, you're or you're working for example, Meralco. Then you have the Salesforce team support for you in a different levels. No, depending upon your the agreement between the company and the client for the entitlements. CTI, or the computer telephone integration, for those who are knowledgeable on Cisco, CTI are mainly used by call center agents. This is a system wherein they would route you to a support and provide you service for the cases that they are having or technical issues that they are having. So Salesforce has this CTI to connect to you to that support or technical support to further know your issues or cases regarding a product or a service that you have issues to. Then live agent. So Salesforce have a live agent, a chatbot wherein they could cater you depending upon your requests or your inquiries towards your problem, or might you want a support on a new product, or you want to purchase a new product for them from them. Then a console is a tab wherein you can see multiple accounts, multiple users that you are supporting. So imagine you have for example, you have this screen, you have multiple accounts um, presented to you. So that is a console for for CRM. You can see all the customers or users that you are supporting on on one console. Then SOS is for video sharing, screen sharing, and connecting to your agents using the Service Cloud module. Then, who are the people that are usually behind the Service Cloud? We have the key solvers, or those people. For example, if you're working in a company that has L1, L2, L3, they have different levels. So first is the key solvers could be categorized from them. For example, level 1 would be more on the access part. The second level would be dealing with the coding bugs that needs to be fixed. Then the third level is more on the structure itself of the your code that needs to be revised. Then we have the expert or the subject matter experts of the different fields that could support you once this L1 to L2 or L1 to L3 cannot solve your issue. So they are the ones who would be supporting the experts or SMEs of the different cases that you raise. Then we have the team leaders of each and every technical support team that would see your performances, your um skills and availability. Then the service admin that supports all the needs of the expert, the key solver, and the team lead. If they have issues towards connecting to their clients or the users, the service admin would be the one fixing those issues. So here are some capabilities of the Service Cloud. First, it provides direct customer support. You're connected via omni-channel that would connect you to people who have that skills that skills that could solve your issue or cases. Then solve escalated cases. So solve escalated cases are depending upon if the case is within an hour that's not had been resolved. So this would be routed to a different user or level, then or lastly to a manager if that case is escalated. Supervise and manage service agents. So as a team leader, you can manage all the needs of your service agents. You can see their productivity, their cases that they are solving, and and all all the things that they have solved already. Then train service agents. This can be trained by the subject matter expert in supporting them, supporting the users on what are the things you should do or what are the things that you should not do when you are handling a customer. Then maintain service cloud's instance. Okay. So you're maintaining the client and customer support through through live chats or agents or through phone calls or emails. Then create update knowledge articles. For this one, for those who create the knowledge articles, most of these people are the experts. They gather data from the data. They gather data from the cases that they have solved from a low priority to a medium and to high priority cases. So they gather all the informations, the steps how to resolve the ticket or case, and create a knowledge base articles in Salesforce. Then create reports and dashboards. So you can create all the cases that's been escalated, cases that are open and needs to be solved, and cases that are been there for 1 day, 2 days, 5 days, and needs to be prioritized by the Service Cloud team. Then, after the Service Cloud module, let's proceed to what is Community Cloud. So, Community Cloud are now called by many as the Experience Cloud. So, the Experience Cloud connects and collaborate with customers, partners, and employees. So, through Community Cloud or Experience Cloud, you're creating an experience through creating websites to users of the community for them to collaborate via chat, via your drag and drop websites that you have created, or any other features that Salesforce have for Community Cloud or Experience Cloud. Then, help customer to help themselves with a rich self-service experience. So Community Cloud makes it easier for your community on a self-service. You can create a custom app for them that they could use. For example, they could log in a case, they could visit a product of Salesforce, or they could connect you to people within your organization. Then build deeper customer relationship through communities. So the Community Cloud aims or focuses on increasing the people who are using the Salesforce in the community. It can either be used by NGOs or volunteers on the community as well. Then for the community cloud personas or the people who are part of the community cloud team are the community end users or the people who use the community cloud interface. Then the community manager that manages all the maintenance for the the maintenance that would be done by the community admin. Like for example, you have a maintenance for your website for the community. you have a case or bug fixing, the community admin would be the one configuring or debugging the issue. Then the community builder is the one also that customizes the experience through drag and drops, through flows, to automate other automation tools that they can use to enhance your experience as a user. Then, what are the capabilities of the community cloud? You can get support and knowledge from it, collaborate and socialize with other users as well on your community that are using Salesforce platform, provide member support if there are an issue through service, plan and manage content. For example, the NGO are using this platform, they can manage their content, then track community usage and health. For example, your barangay um, wants to avail this kind of platform, they could see the usage of the community towards the application or the CRM. For example, if you want to track all the people that are within the barangay for a certain street, what are their status, who are currently living there, what are their ages, would be supported by the community cloud. Configure community settings depending upon the needs of the community, the barangay or the NGOs that are availing this support. Then manage member maintenance. So in this part, the community admin could manage all the users that could be using the application. They could create users. They could archive the users that are using that application of yours. Yeah. Then customer community experience. This experience can be customized through drag and drop, drag and drop builders, or automation used by Salesforce, or they could be created via web components that Salesforce has. Then develop new functionalities that are not existing is done by the developers that is needed if it is needed by the community. They could extend their cloud, the community cloud capabilities depending upon the need. Then, since I've already tackled some of the modules or some known modules of Salesforce, once it's all done, we can now put all together the sales process. Wherein from the very first start, you have your campaigns, you have your leads. From your campaign, you advertise your product, your services to the customer. Then they give their information since they want to avail in the near future. You create them as lead from previously. So they become leads or possible customers. Then from every time your sales rep would be reaching out to them, how they are, if they want now to avail your service or your product, then if the customer or the client decides to, they will be converted to an account. From that account, you have now your a partner or a person that you could have offered your service or product. In every account that you have your contacts, a specific key person wherein you could contact if they want to avail more features of Salesforce or a certain product you are offering. So from there, you have your accounts, you have your contacts, then if they decided to avail your products or services, then it would create an opportunity. Those opportunities or deals, what we call in layman's term, these are the the things that we won or the things that are give us revenue. So these deals, once we have won them or closed them, then it will generate a profit for us as a company or for your company. So for the start of the lead, from the start, from the lead, you have now the opportunity now. Then these opportunities, since you want to the client to know your products and want a quotation or a draft of the products and services you are creating or you're offering, this generates now a quote, a pricing, a document that you can present to them so that they could decide if they want to avail or adjust the services that you are offering to them. Once a quote is decided and approved between the executive and both parties as well, then this generates an order, and that order would be the services. Services, the products that you have on your company that you give to your clients. Then, if there are cases that your client wants to renew their contract to yours or to them, they want to renew to your company, then they would create another opportunity or another deal to you. They would renew your contract. So it will start another process again of sales. So from there, once you're availing, then in an instance that you have a problem, you can raise a case or if you have a case, an issue or a bug for your products, you can raise an issue or case for your products or you have problems in your services. Then from there, you have now the sales process from the very beginning of advertising to the possible customer, then arriving to a deal that is continually renewed depending if it is a service or a product that you are availing to them. Then after that, the sales process will proceed to what is customer 360 or the customer success platform on what makes Salesforce or brings Salesforce to a success. So Salesforce customer 360, just like your Office 360 that you are seeing or using, revolves only on one system. If Salesforce Customer 360 allows us to integrate all these modules into one CRM system. For example, you have a company, then you want, for example, a consulting firm, a Salesforce consulting firm to support your company since you would be starting up um you are a startup company, then you avail a service from a consulting company. They would provide you analytics to see what are the needs of your possible customers. For example, your company is a food company. Then through analytics, they would find what are your customers' wants and needs or what are the trendings based on the gatherings of the Salesforce consulting firms. From that analytics, they would create for you a commerce, a website wherein the user could avail your orders from different quantities. Then from the commerce itself, from your e-commerce website, since the customer wants to purchase foods from your company, then it would provide you sales now. So the sales team would provide you all the details on the revenues and all the things um that you are that you are what are your company's milestones. So then once there are issues on your sales or there are issues from your customers, the service platform or the service module part of Salesforce would take care of it for you. For example, your customer is having an issue with your food, For example, it expires and you want to refund, the service module would be the one catering for it. Then we have the marketing, what as I mentioned before, would be focusing on the advertisement. Then you have your partners or sales first partners that you build the relationship to. There are possible customers as well and possible um, collaborators for you to enhance your company. Then different industries that you could partner to. It could be a manufacturing, could be an health, it could be other industries as well that you can think of. Then if you want to invest or want to learn more about Salesforce, you can visit the module the of Trailhead, wherein you can upskill as a user or an owner, wherein from there you can see all the capabilities, all the things that you need for Salesforce. Then employee experience, enhance the employee experience of the use of your employee through an easy and effortless customization of Salesforce. Then integration. So integration is part of Salesforce. It is done by MuleSoft developers. So in this integration would be done by them. It could either be SAP, can either be Tableau, can either be Oracle, SAP, or Slack, or any other system that could be integrated towards Salesforce. Then our customers have shared experience. First is seamless, intuitive experience across all my apps and my devices. Since Salesforce offers not only on one platform, could be offered through your laptops, your mobile devices, your tablets, your Apple phones. It makes it easier, smooth for your sales rep or your users to see all their needs, all their possible purchases or orders. Then next is no silos, meaning there is no isolation of data. Since your Salesforce integrates all departments from IT, marketing, sales, then your management, there is no silos or there's no isolation of data. So data from within the company or within your CRM are shared. All the data models, all the reporting, the search, and the workflows are shared. But this is limited if it is restricted, depending upon the configuration of the platform. Then collaboration, it includes collaboration since Salesforce has a chatter. It acts as a way for them to communicate within the company. Besides your email, besides your chats, chatter could be used for possible posting of new updates. If you have a poll also that you want to be answered, it could be done through Salesforce. Then leverage my investment, technology, and knowledge. Yes, since we have Salesforce have Trailhead that you can enhance your skills, find out what modules that you would need for your company in the near future, you can leverage from there. You can gather knowledge from your sales, from marketing, from service, and other modules that could Salesforce provide. Then customizability, fit with the way work. So sales reps, most of them request to the Salesforce developer or admin as a non-compressed or a more simple UI through the Salesforce developer. So these developers can customize them, eliminating unnecessary data or redundant data from the app itself or the website. So from then they could customize on what the user or the sales rep needs. Then it's just work, trust, trials, upgrades, supports, and licensing. So from there, if you want to increase or expand, Salesforce would be happy to support, increase your licensing. You can upgrade to another module. You can avail another package. You can increase your trial capabilities from them depending upon your partnership or the service from you. Then, from these infographics, based from the May 2018, these are some of the capabilities of the different module that we have. For service, these are some of their capabilities. They could create case management, they could cater case escalation and automation, field service, word orders, quick actions, and other services as well that the platform could offer. Then for sales, these are some also. You have the lead management, web to lead, account and contact management, and other capabilities of Sales Cloud. Then for the platform or first platform, these are some workflow automation, approval process, domain management, and any others as well. Then communities and collaboration, Chatter, then Chatter customer groups, Salesforce files, IDEA, knowledge base, public knowledge base, Service Cloud portal, content library, and any others. Then for the marketing, we have social advertising, social listening engagement, social publishing, and any other that focuses on the marketing and or how would you advertise your company based on the products you sell or the services that that you offered. Then for the add-ons, some of the add-ons on Salesforce are free to be free to be installed, and some of them are to be purchased by your company, depending upon the usage or the needs of your company. So these are some. We have the for analytics, we have Einstein Analytics or the AI part of Salesforce. Then the other add-ons as well that you can cater, that you could purchase or you could avail or install through your organization. Then we have career paths for Salesforce. So these are some of the career paths. We have the Salesforce administrator, which focuses on the configuration and reporting and dashboards, creating or finding solution for automations are done declaratively by your Salesforce admin. We have the business analyst that focuses on data and analytics. Then we have the marketing careers, which focuses on advertising, finding finding ways on how you would increase people purchasing your products. Then sales careers focuses on the building of a relationship towards your clients. So these are the jobs or the careers. Then service careers are the supports or the one who supports the cases, the issues. Then Salesforce designer are the ones responsible for the UI experience of your users and your employees as well. Then the architect or the highest career path for a Salesforce practitioner, wherein they are in charge on building solution or building possible solutions that are not yet um, being done in your company. Then the consultants are the ones who give you advice on what platforms that you could use, modules that you could purchase, and that's all for that. Then for Salesforce developer, they are the ones in charge on creating boundless or the expectations that your client needs. So, example, your client wants to have a new website integrated to Salesforce or a new component that they wish to be seen on a page of your website. They are the ones responsible for that. Then, if you are decided that you want to pursue as a student or a practitioner that you want to shift through Salesforce, here are some of the certifications that we have through Salesforce. As you can see from here, the very first is um, the very first certification that every Salesforce practitioner should have is an administrator. Even if you are a developer, this is the first and primary certification that you should obtain. Then next would be the platform app builder, which is for those people who wants has programmatic experience or program experience and also declarative experience. Then for the developers, you can see from here the color coded of violet are for developers. Then the green for marketing or marketers. Then blue for the architects. Then the orange one are for your consultants. Then for this one, since CPQ is one or isolated, is for those who are experienced for creating products, creating coatings, and other functionalities of CPQ. Then user experience designer for those who cater or in charge of your user experience. Then for the demo, for the series first live demo, I'll be logging in my sample org or sandbox. So once you access Salesforce, you can see here the home page layout. You can see different components. So these components, for example, this part, the graphs and analytics are customizable. It could be removed from this page or could be enhanced more by your administrator or developers. From here, you can navigate to your opportunities. You can view your records through a Kanban list. You can do a split view as a console type. Then you can do a table of list views with the following filters involved. So we have leads, we have tasks, and other objects that we have for Salesforce, depending upon the package or the org that is purchased by your company. So from here, since we have for this, for example, an account, imagine it as an Excel file wherein your account is the object. And all these fields like account name, phone, account owner alias are your column headings. Then for these records, for these parts, serves as your row if you would imagine an Excel file or an Excel sheet. So that is the representation of an object in Salesforce. So once you access an record, you can see details. So these are standard depending once you've availed on Salesforce. For now, this is an OOTB or already customized. So you can enhance this depending upon your need. You, you can have your account owner, account name, parent account currency, phone, fax, website rating. Some of this can be hidden depending upon your need or depending upon your request to your administrators. You have your contacts from here, then your campaigns, dashboards. You can create your dashboards. Then once if you want to create your dashboard, it always starts with a report. So once you create a report, you can now create your dashboards. Gen Chatter, if you want to connect to other people within your organization, this is one way. Groups could be customized through Salesforce. If you want a certain team to be having that certain conversation that is related for sales, for marketing, you can create groups for them. Then you have your calendar. You have people within your organization, active users, your admins, and all other users. Then that's for the front end. If you want to customize your Salesforce, you can go to setup. From the object manager, you can see all the listed objects within Salesforce. From here, from each and every object has a fields. So these fields in the if you want to be a developer are used as variables. So if you want to pursue a developer, you might as well be an admin as well. So page layouts wherein you could customize all the fields that would be appearing on your page and all the lists that is included. The lighting record pages for to accept records or accept the information from your customers. You can create buttons and links and actions. Example, you want to create a order button, a new account button. You can customize it from here. Compact layouts. If you want a more simpler and can be used to your mobile phones, a compact layout can be used. Field sets. These are a view wherein all the fields can be grouped to. Object limits. What are the limits for your usage of the different data types? So it is can be from here. Record types. If you want a different record type or a storage for your admin as or sales user or your executive, you can create a record type. Then lookup filters could be created from different objects. Layouts, yeah, for searching purposes for different users, as you can see from here. Then hierarchy columns, what are the related ones, what are the related objects. Then triggers, what are automations that been done using the triggers or Apex. Then validation rules, if you want to create validation rule towards if a user wants to purchase something and it requires certain fields to be filled out, validation rules can be used for it. Then for adding users, you can from the quick find, you can type users from here. You can create your users, your profiles, your groups, your queues, your roles. You can assign them from there. From here, for this sample org, there is only a limit of around 2 system admin. You can add new users from here. You can give their license. by giving their details. Then you can adjust from what country they are, what languages they use, what currency they use. Then that's all for an admin to do. Then moving on to the presentation, I'll give you some demo on how we use or automate some of our tasks given some scenarios or use cases. So Process Builder is one of the declarative tools used by Salesforce admins, developers, or practitioners. So for this use case, given the scenario, John Smith is working as a system administrator at Google. He received a requirement to build a process that would automatically create a child case whenever a new case is created with the case reason is breakdown. For this, from this scenario, we could see now that the object that the system administrator wants this process builder or this automation to happen in the case object. With once the case reason is breakdown or the status of the reason is breakdown. So from the org itself, you can go to setup. From home, from the quick find, you can type in process builder. Process builder, click the process builder. It would bring you to the builder of the PB or the process builder. Continue process builder. Then from here, since we are tasked to create a process wherein if a case is created and its reason is breakdown, we'll be creating a child case. So we have here now our process builder. Now we could create our process name. So let's have it named case process created. Yeah, create. Then this automatically creates the API name. Then let's add a description. This will contain all the processes for the case object. Then we want to run this automation if a record changes or an event happens or it is invoked by another process or automation. For now, since we are creating a new record, would be picking up the record changes. Then save and will be routed to the UI. From this UI, we have a flow chart or a flow based interface, starting from what object that we want it to run. So in our case, based on the um, scenario, we want it to run on the case object. So in the process builder, we want it to run on a case. So we go on the pick list field here from the right side, then type case. Then we want it to run or start the process only when a record is created. Since we don't want it to run when we edit or update a record. Then we have also our advanced to allow it to run recursion. From this now, once we define our object wherein the automation would run, let's proceed to save. Then from this, now once we have already our object, we now add our criteria on creating the child object or the child record. Now the object is defined, we now have the criteria. So from the criteria, would be creating a criteria for the child, since we would be building the child case once the parent is created, having based from the scenario, the case reason is breakdown. So from this pick list below, we want to run this process builder once these conditions are met. So we would find the field reason. The case reason equals to breakdown. Okay, there's no breakdown. Okay, let's use another one, an existing problem. Okay. Then all conditions are met. If these are true, it would run. Then save. Once it satisfies the criteria, since if these are all met, the save, we can now define our immediate action or what would be the process builder will do. So in our case, we want to create a child record. So we want to create a record. So child case, record type case. So from the case, since we want to access the record type of the case object, we'll be putting up some information from there. So we want our case origin, for example, came from an email. Then we want our parent ID, which be related to a field reference to the case ID of the parent. Then add another row. Let's get that status. Then let's have new. Then once this is already done, all the actions are done, we can save. If we want to add another criteria, you can add it from here. You can add the node from here, add the criteria, and then connect it from here to run the another process. So in case of creating process builder, it is one object per automation. So as per object, you can have multiple automation. Since we already have this, since our criteria from here is existing problem, okay, let's activate it, confirm. Let's go to our record, case record. You can type here from the launcher, cases, then click new. Then the things that we include is case reason. If the case reason is an existing problem, it would create a child case. And also if it is a new case record. Once we save, okay, fill out the other required details. Once we save, it will redirect us to the parent case to see if the this yeah, okay, we could see from the hierarchy a child case is created based from what we have done. So this is the child case already based on the automation that we have done. So this is for the use case one, using process builder, focusing on creating a child case. So this is one of the options that we could automate. The next case would be using a flow. Yeah. Then we have here, Stanley Smith is working as a system administrator at Jollibee. Stanley received the following requirement from his manager: create a lead capture form which looks like the following description in the next slide. So we'll see what kind of form Stanley would be making. Once a user clicks on the next or finish button, redirect them to the newly created lead. So in this scenario, would Stanley would be tasked to create a lead form that would get the lead informations. Stanley has to put this form on the homepage layout, what we seen from earlier, and open it for the entire world. So on the homepage, we would add this component. Then we could use this code below, predefined code, once I click to the link. Then this is the sample sketch of what would happen. So for this use case or this scenario, I'll be using a flow, one of the declarative tools of Salesforce. Wait for a while. Yeah. Yeah. For this one, for the flow, you can go from home. From the flow, you can create a new flow. Then for developing part, since we'll be using code, uh, we could use the developer console build on Salesforce. Then from here, we'll be using a lightning component to navigate it towards a new record created from a lead. So let's name this navigate to a new record. To new record. So from here, on our slide, you can open the link to use the predefined code. So we have here for our HTML part, we can get this one, component markup, then copied and paste it from the component part of our lighting component. Save. Then for the design, let's copy this. For the design, go to the design tab, save, then hide. Then for the client side controller, we'll be using JavaScript. Save. So what this code does is would redirect you towards a new lead created. So once this is done, this predefined code is already saved. We can go now to our flow. Then towards our screen flow, create. Then from here, we need to create new resources. Since we want to store an email and an ID, we could create a variable, then var t email address, since we want an email address to be inserted. Data type is text, available for output, so we could output it on your org. Then another one for the storing of the ID, variable again, data type text, var lead ID, available for output. Okay. Then from here on, I'll be using a preform. Then we'll be dragging our screen component from here. Then from here, I'll be get the text field. Then I'll be getting the last name. Last name. Then also I'll be getting the company name. I would both have this required. Then the email address. Then for the email address, since we have already created a variable to store the email address, we go to advanced and then manually assign a variable. Then from there, we could call out the variable that we created, which is the var email addresses. Then click done. Okay. Label, navigation. Click done. Then connect it from there, from the start to the screen. Then for the inserting of records, we could get this one. Insert a new lead. New lead. Then use a separate resources and literal variables since we have defined a company, a last name, and an email. Then on the lead object, we would search that fields. So we have the last name. Then the value we would enter is the last name that we created based on the screen flow. Then the company would be getting the value from the company. Yeah. Then lastly, the email address. Then I would manually assign this variable and store it to the var lead ID. Done. And click done. Then afterwards would be getting our Apex code. Then let's search for it. Navigate to new record. Then label, add a label. Then record ID for us to be redirected. So we'll be using the var lead ID variable. Then done. Then connect it from there. Once you have done this one, you can now press the auto layout. So it will be Salesforce would be laying out it for you. Then save, add a name, lead form, screen flow. Screen flow. Save. Then activate. Then from there, if we want to place it on our home page, then go to edit page. Then from the components here, type flow. Then from here, click the component. Then choose the lead form screen flow. Then click save. Then activate. Then save again. And assign it as an org default. Save. Then let's input some details. Then a company, sample company, Simplus. Then your email based on the format .com. So from here, once we have our details, click next. You would be redirected to a new lead record. with all the details that you have, your email address, your company, and your name. That's all for the flow. And I think that's all for this webinar. For the next steps, if you want to try out, if you want to know more about the automation part, the coding part, you can learn from here, from Trailhead. You can create an account from here, from sign up for Trailhead, log in username, you can log in your Gmail, your LinkedIn, or your Salesforce account. Then second, if you want to try an admin, you can create it through this site, this site. Then having the format of this username, then email, and provide other details as well. Also for your dev org, if you want to practice your dev skills towards Salesforce. Then CPQ training org as well, you can access it from here. And that's all. Thank you. I'll hand it over back to your RMC. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Engineer Tenya, for that very informative presentation. Indeed, we had learned so much about customer relationship management, more specifically Salesforce CRM, as well as the basics in software and application building that is focused on sales, customer service, marketing automation, analytics, and application development. Now, we will be having a short game to gauge your learnings for this webinar. Also, don't forget that the top 3 scorers will receive 200 pesos of prize given through GCash or loan. This is an individual game, so good luck, everyone. Kindly check the chat box for the link so you can join the game. I'll share it first. Wait. There we go. So join na, guys. Hey, hello to Nico Nico Ni, Alea, Mark Daniel. Guys, let's join. 200 pesos of GCash to the top 3 scorers for this quiz. Hi, Mika, Naket, hello. 8 participants so far. 11. Okay, 40 participants so far. So we will stop at least 30 participants. Hi. Hello. Hello, Rain, Aina, Yeji. Join pa, guys. Marami tayo. We are right now 95 in the Zoom meeting. So far we have 28 participants in the quiz, 29. Okay. 30 participants, 31. Do we have more participants? Okay, so no more participants. I will now start the quiz. Okay. First question is, it is a technology that stores customer contact information, keeps track of customer activity, and improves quality of technical support and customer service. Okay, time's up. Let us see the leaderboard. Okay. V2, Brendan, T are the top 3 scorers. Next question. Next question is, it is a company that provides CRM software for small, medium, and large companies using the software as a service cloud platform. Choices are CRM, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Salesforce. 5 seconds remaining. Then time's up. Let us see the leaderboard now. Okay, V2 is still leading with P. And okay, next question. Next question is, it is a Service Cloud standard feature that manages multiple records on a single screen and reduce time spent clicking and scrolling to quickly find, update, and create records. Choices are service contract, live agent, console, and entitlements. Okay, now let us see the leaderboard. Okay, same leaders, Bebe, V2, and P. Next question. And next question is, which of the following does not belong to the Service Cloud persona? What choices are: solve escalated cases, create and update knowledge articles, more workload for service agents, and train service agents. 5 seconds remaining. Time's up. Let us now see the leaderboards. Top 3 scores. Okay, V2 is leading, then Eco, then P. Bebe is now on rank 4. Next question. Next question is, it is a Sales Cloud standard feature that represents the proposed prices of your company's products and services. The choices are leads and campaigns, price books, opportunities, and quotes. Five seconds remaining. Time's up. Let us now see the leaderboards. Okay. V2 is leading with Echo in second, then Bebe in third. Next question. Which of the following does not belong to Sales Cloud persona? Choices are forecasting and reporting, working toward a quota, activity logging, and management of priorities. Three seconds remaining. Okay, time's up. Let's see the leaderboard again. Okay, V2 leads, then Bebe second, Eco in third. Next question. This will be the 7th question. Next question is, which of the following is not a characteristic of Community Cloud features? Choices are connect and collaborate with customers, partners, and employees. Give what is needed for the community to grow, help customers to help themselves with rich self-service experience, and build deeper customer relationships to communities. Okay, that's 7, 28. Time's up. 29. Okay, buzzer beater. Leaderboard. V2 is still leading with Bebe and Angelo Neil Navarro now in third. Okay, 8th question. Okay, next question is, which of the following is not a Community Cloud persona? Choices are provide direct customer support, provide member support, get support and knowledge, and develop new functionalities. Three seconds remaining. Okay, time's up. Let's see the leaderboard again. Wait. V2, Bebe, and Angelo Neil Navarro are leading. Top 3 scorers. Eco, you can catch up now. For the 200 pesos Gcash. Next question. Fill in the blank. Salesforce deliver amazing shopping experience to what customers expect and attract more blank using personalized marketing. The choices are buyers, investors, employers, and entrepreneur. 3 seconds remaining. Come on, guys. Buzzer beater. Anyone? Okay, time's up. See the leaderboard again. Okay, V2 first, Echo second, then let's see third, P. Okay, next question. Last question for today's quiz game. Fill in the blank again. CRM actively tracks and manages customer information. It also connects your entire blank from any device. Choices are system, team, funds, and data. 5 seconds remaining. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then time's up. Quiz is now over. Let us see the leaderboard again. Okay. Then the final leaderboard is V2 at 6,150 points. First, V2. Second, Mark, Daniel, and third, Echo. So you are the winners, top 3 scorers for this quiz. You can send now your information to the messenger link that is shared on the chat box in Zoom. Okay, I'll end this quiz. Yes. Third Echo, second Mark Daniel, then first is V2. Congratulations to those winners. Okay, please send a screenshot of the leaderboard together with your name on the screen as proof that you are the winner, together with your GCash number to receive your prize, 200 pesos GCash. Thank you for participating in the quiz. Now, the floor is open for your questions. You can put your questions in our chat box and we will surely entertain them. Okay. Do you have questions for our speaker for tonight? Anyone who have questions? No one got questions for our speaker? Okay. Anyone who's got questions regarding the topic for today? Okay, so our speaker would give some insights. Greetings, sir. Yung di po kayo naririnig.
Due to limited time, I would have shown you how to code through Salesforce. But if you want to start, or you're starting or pursuing or changing your career or the platform that you will use to Salesforce, um, for very first start, for example, you're pursuing a career of a developer for Salesforce, you should start on an administration role. Then furthermore, since why we should start on an admin role, since all the fields and all the objects would be familiarized by an admin. Then as a developer, then once you have gain experience, then you want to be a developer, there are some that you would need or fundamentals that you would need. First is you should have a knowledge of object-oriented programming or OOP. The most close syntax to the coding of Salesforce is Java for those who are pursuing a Salesforce career. Then others for developers that are also in need for Salesforce, those who have knowledge on HTML, CSS, and ECMAScript or JavaScript, CS6. Since you will be in charge of creating different components, just like what I've shown you is a component on Salesforce. It could be created through Lightning Web Component or through JS by using HTML and other. So Ayan, if you want to pursue a dev career, that's the points that I could give, or what should you focus on. That's all.
Thank you for that insight, Engineer Tanya. So, okay, for those winners, you can message the link sent in the chat box. You can also message me here in Zoom for any clarifications. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much to all our participants who participated in this event. To express our gratitude to our speaker, we present this certificate of recognition. This certification of recognition is hereby rewarded to Engineer John Ray Weltenia for imparting knowledge and valuable insights as webinar master for the webinar titled Introduction to Customer Relationship Management. We thank you for your support and active involvement in this event. Given this 21st of May 2022 at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines College of Engineering and Architecture Building, on Onas Corner, Progreso Street, Santa Mesa, Manila. Signed by webinar organizers Tristan D. Nerveza, Lloyd Francis G. Aboda, Marlon John B. Bautista, and Joshua R. Rodriguez, together with webinar advisor for CMPE 3261 Field Study and Seminars, Dr. Arvin R. De La Cruz, PCPE, Chairperson of CPE Department, Engineer Julius S. Cancino, PCPE, and the Dean of College of Engineering, Dr. Remedios G. Ado, PCPE. Again, thank you so much to our speaker and of course, to our participants who joined us for today's webinar. We hope that you've gained new knowledge that it will be useful for you. We will give the link for our evaluation forms in a moment so that you could get your certificates. I will also take this opportunity to invite everyone to our next webinar, Digital Forensics, Uncovering and Interpreting Electronic Data. The event will be held next week on May 28, 2022 on a Saturday at 3:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. via Zoom. Now, to formally end our webinar, may we call on Dr. Arvin De La Cruz, Course Advisor for Field Study and Seminars for his closing remarks.
Thank you, Tristan. Oh, I hope that you have learned a lot of things from our resource speaker, Engineer John Riwalteña, an alumni of UP Computer Engineering Department, and also a professional practitioner in the field of system development under the computer engineering related professionalism, professional practices. Now, in line with the CRM, if you would observe, I think there is an audience here from sections 4.5, 4.6, and 4.7V. CRM is one of the topic under the CPE elective specialization track under system development. So in lines with the development of the front end. So basically it was shown in terms of the different itinerary that you could use for you to be able to strengthen your customer relationship. That's why this Salesforce is one of the top in the CRM platform or IDE. Now, if you would be considering, so we highlighted the demands of the industry based on the specialization track of the CPE. The first one is the machine learning specialization tracks, which focus more on the AIoT and the IoT itself, while big data focus on the data analytics and data science, more on the management of big data only. While the third is the network systems, which focus on the infrastructure of the network connectivity and critical pathing of the interconnectivity of our devices. Now, if we would be looking into the future, we're looking into the advancements of business in terms of the cloud computing and edge computing. That's why it's very much important that we learn, we focus ourselves in the development. No, I myself, a graduate of computer engineering of Adamson University, have been inclined with network system. But as I go along in the industry, I try to shift my expertise in the software developments because the demand of the industry is in the software development until now. So there is a limited space for network as specializations for network administrations because we have also ECE that is part of the related specializations in network system. So I'm very thankful that you have invited Rewell to be part of this seminar and field trip webinar, which is it could enlighten some of the people who are interested to go in the system developments because that's the demand of the market. There is a high probability that you would be hiring if you focus yourselves in the system development. I'm not saying for you not to learn network because it's part of our subject also. We have basic subject on computer network, but you focus more on the system development because that's the demand of the market. If you want to get a job or land in a job faster than expected, you have to focus yourself now in system development. You need not to be dependent in the faculty members because we faculty members in the tertiary, we don't really teach, but we facilitate, we guide you. Okay, so it's not we are not teaching you the right component. We are just guiding you to learn by your own because the industry demands your self initiative to produce, to have the ability and knowledge to produce something in the industry. If you will be dependent in your faculty member, the problem would be what if you don't know how to do something in the demand of the industry? You will be calling your instructor back then and then calling them, sir, paano ba yon? Di ko matandaan yung tinuro mo eh. So it's not the real thing. Tertiary education is more on the facilitating and guiding the student to 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 be ready in the industry demands nowadays. Especially you have to learn more on the different aspect of life as we try to envision the society 5.0, which is the implementations of the artificial intelligence of things, a more modernized, and also the implementations of AI robotics in terms of the mechatronic enhancements. So in terms of the system development, these are transactions that you could look into nowadays, especially in this pandemic situation. Every business system is being converted to a software system applications, whether in web or in mobile. Again, thank you to our resource speaker, Engineer John Riwaltenia, to the organizer of this topic for the field trip seminar and practices and the field trip. So unfortunately, we don't have field trip yet. No, I hope that the other sections could get a virtual tour of the field trip. But if not, our sections is ready to face the challenges because we have already defined our Software Engineering Day 2022. And I hope the all the sections, all the batch would want to participate to present any project they have, even in the lower subjects, for the success of the presentations of projects in the Software Engineering Day that would be scheduled sometimes in June next month. And I would like also to thank the whole CPE section 4-4 for really being a front line in the field trip and seminar. No, I haven't heard anything from other sections yet, but I'm very thankful that my 4-4 sections in field trip and seminar have successfully concluded at least 4 webinars, and we have another seminar on next Saturday, and the rest would be implemented on June simultaneously with Software Engineering Day. Again, thank you, and again, congratulations to all. Tristan?
Thank you, Dr. De La Cruz, for your wonderful closing remarks. I will now take this chance to ask everyone for a photo opportunity with our speaker and with Dr. Arvin De La Cruz. May I ask everyone to turn on their cameras? Good evening, everyone. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for opening your cameras and for participating in this webinar. Okay. I will now take the pictures. So first slide. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay. Wait a moment. Next slide. Okay. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, one moment. Next slide. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for that. You may now close your cameras. The link for the evaluation form is sent on our chat box and are also displayed on your screen. Okay, that is the QR code for the evaluation form. Again, this is Tristan Nerveza, your MC/moderator for Introduction to Customer Relationship Management. You look after yourself, stay safe, check in with other people, and God bless everyone. Thank you, everyone, for attending.
Ang paalalang tanggaphan ng bayan, pandayan ang isip ng kabataan. Kami ay dumating na salat sa yaman, panap na tunong ay iyong palay. Ang layunin mo, mga tao, dinarangan ang Pilipino.